Hi bowl bakers, for years now I've been giving you advice about how to get the best results in your baking, but sometimes you have to do it wrong to eventually get it right. Banana bread is a classic, everybody has their own recipe, but there are so many common things that I see people do that can really affect your end result. So today we're going to do things a little bit differently. I am going to show you how not to make banana bread. So we're going to be using my best ever banana bread recipe, which you can find in the description box below. Now we are going to be making 2 loaves of banana bread, one the right way, one the wrong way. So now let's talk about the bananas. Here's what not to do. Do not use underripe green bananas like this one. You want them to be brown, you want them to be dark. When they're like this, they're not as sweet and they're harder, so the texture and the flavor won't be as good or banana-y. You want them nice and dark, just like these, that have black spots, brown spots. They're a few days old. These are perfect for banana bread. So here's another mistake that people make, adding in all your wet ingredients at the one time with your bananas. Your oil, your milk, eggs, and vanilla extract. The reason you don't want to do this all with the bananas at the one time is because now you have to go in and mash up the bananas, and it's really hard to do that when all the other ingredients are in there. So what you want to do is mash up your bananas first in the bowl and then add the rest of your wet ingredients. For great banana bread, you want the bananas really well mashed, and once everything is in there together, it's actually quite difficult to mash up the bananas. So do them first and then follow with the rest of the ingredients. So now let's talk about our dry ingredients, what not to do. What you don't want to do is just dump in all of your dry ingredients into your batter like a crazy person. Now, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to save on time and trying to save on cleaning a bowl, but it's not the way to do it. If you mix them all together at once, your baking soda, your baking powder, not everything will get combined. What you do want to do is get a separate bowl, mix all your dry ingredients together by themselves, and then add them to your wet ingredients. So now a crucial tip to get you that lovely light and soft banana bread is to not overbeat your batter. Don't go in with a wooden spoon and just start bashing it around. You're going to make your banana bread flat and tough. Beating this batter is totally unnecessary and doesn't do your banana bread any favors. I can already tell that this is going to be a tougher, denser bread. What you want to do is just very gently mix your ingredients together until it forms a batter. What I like to do, I've learned over the years, is to use a fork. Just mix this to bring it together and then stop mixing. So your batter is mixed and you're probably thinking not much can go wrong between here and the oven. Well, that's not exactly true. With our loaf pan, a lot of people butter it, but they don't line it with parchment paper. You want to make sure when you're making a banana bread or any kind of a loaf bread, they're big, they're heavy. Make sure you line it with parchment paper. It can be a nightmare to get it out of there if you don't. Okay, so let's see what happens. After all these years of me telling you exactly how to do it the right way, I can't believe I'm doing it the wrong way. But sometimes this is how you learn. You don't get to the right way until you do it the wrong way. So here we are, the wrong way and the right way. There is a big difference between these two. You can tell that this one is really liquidy and has been over mixed. Then this one is lumpy. It is actually a little bit bigger and it's also lightly mixed. We're going to see a big difference between these two. Let's get them into the oven. So we're going to bake these banana breads off at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius for roughly 50 to 55 minutes. So now one thing you don't want to do when baking is open that oven door. It is crucial. You want to keep all that heat, all that steam in there to give you a lovely risen banana bread. If you open that door, there is no telling what could happen. So first let's talk about the top of the banana bread. The good one, it's a lovely golden brown, it crackled on top and you can see already that it's well risen, more so than the bad one. The bad one didn't rise much at all and that's from the over mixing. And I can tell by pressing both that the bad one is firmer underneath my fingers and the good one is nice and soft. So as I cut into them, you can see there is a noticeable difference between the two banana breads. The good one is risen nice and high, and you can also see that the banana that we mashed in is really well blended. And if you look at this, it's a soft, tender crumb. The bad one didn't rise nearly as much, and you can see there's lumps of bananas, which are nice, but that's not what we were going for. We were going for banana all the way throughout. And you can see a firmer crumb. This is from the over mixing. So there you go, that's how not to make banana bread. The exact same recipe, 2 very different results. Stick around for lots more baking videos, and coming soon is how not to make chocolate chip cookies.